I met with my client, Wanda Bowling, at the referral of her sister, Polly. Polly, Wanda, and their sister Betty are married to 3 brothers, and Polly contacted me because she was a little worried about her sister and says that there's no running water in Wanda's home, and also that Wanda is a little depressed because she wants to get a job but can't find one where she dropped out of school in the 8th grade. I met with Wanda at her home in Hazard in Perry County, Kentucky. And Wanda and her husband Neil live in an older model house trailer next to his parents, Bass and Irie. When I arrived, Wanda was home alone, and I noted that her clothes were clean, but worn and a little ill-fitting. She wore no cosmetics, and her hair was pulled into a ponytail. Wanda was pleasant and friendly, but she did seem a little shy and nervous. When Wanda and I first sat down to talk, I had her sign a consent form for me to be there and conduct the interview, explaining that Polly had asked me to come and visit with her, which Wanda was aware of. The first thing I did was make sure I had all of the contact and demographic information for Wanda, and then asked her to tell me a little bit about herself and her goals. As I listened to Wanda talk and observed her home, I realized that the issues that brought Wanda and I together are common to the region and a part of a vicious cycle that often repeats itself generation after generation in Appalachian families. These issues are poverty, lack of education, and unemployment. Although Wanda feels a lot of people have it worse than she and her family do, she does want to improve things for them, especially for her son Jeremy. Wanda tells me that she has always been a stay-at-home housewife, and although she has been happy doing that, she would like to go back to school and get her GED so that she can be a better example to Jeremy, and so that she can get a job and do some work on the house and help buy things that Jeremy wants and needs. She did point out the fact that their home has no indoor bathroom facilities, and the family bathes in a wash tub in the kitchen with water heated on the stove. With the exception of no indoor bathroom facilities, the Bowling home does meet their basic needs for shelter. There's adequate space, the home is in fair condition, and Wanda keeps it clean. She showed me that there were working wall heaters that should provide adequate heat for the winter. So Wanda and I agreed that although it wasn't necessarily an emergency situation, it was something that we needed to address soon and try to come up with a solution that would provide indoor plumbing and facilities to this family. Wanda explained that one of the reasons that she wants to go back to school was so that she can make a better home for Jeremy. And we talked about what kind of support systems that she would have to help add school to her already full schedule. She told me that her husband had said he would drive her to school or to work later on, and that her sisters will help with taking care of Jeremy. Her mother-in-law, who lives next door, had said that she would help with meals when Wanda is at school. Wanda is very excited and upbeat at the possibility of obtaining her GED and finding a job, and it seems that she has a pretty good support system in place to help her achieve her goals. I would note that Wanda would need further services to make sure that she isn't getting overwhelmed in keeping up with her current duties and adding the GED classes in as well. Wanda should also receive a mental health assessment prior to taking on these changes, and maybe see a counselor on a regular basis throughout. I will work with Wanda on obtaining financial aid and getting enrolled in a GED class, and exploring low-income housing and repair programs that may be able to help getting running water in the Bowling home in the meantime. I will continue to follow up with Wanda throughout her transition, but I think if her expected support remains in place, Wanda is a good candidate to obtain her GED and move forward into the workplace that she hopes.